Hey guys, John here from Proofreading University. Look, any job website, whether it's Upwork, Fiverr, Indeed, LinkedIn, there's all kinds of job posts, and these people are being constantly inundated with freelancers looking to get that job offer. And so it's not uncommon for any job post to get 50, 100, 200, even more proposals submitted to it. So you've got a lot of competition if you're trying to write a job proposal and trying to get hired by some client. So that much competition, you want to write proposals that actually pop, ones that actually make it through the noise, that actually differentiate you from someone else, from anyone else. So, how do you do that? I'm going to show you today how to do that. So, how to write job proposals that pop. Okay, step one. Let's talk for a minute about what not to write. Okay, here is a typical cover letter or job proposal letter that everyone has written. I've written these. You've probably written them too. Dear sir or ma'am, I'm writing to apply for the freelance proofreading position you posted on LinkedIn. I am confident that I am the perfect fit for this role, as I've always had a keen eye for detail and am a perfectionist when it comes to grammar and spelling. As a child, I enjoyed English and spent hours reading Shakespeare to my cat Reginald. Okay, and it goes on and on. So now imagine that you're the person hiring for this freelance proofreader position, and you have to wade through dozens or even hundreds of proposals, and they all read like this. Is this going to stand out? Is this going to help me select you as the right person for the job? I don't think so. So let's talk about instead what you can do to stand out and to get further on down the line with that hiring person. Okay, so don't do it like this. Let's talk about how to write it. Step one, start with the hook. You need to find a way to get the potential client's attention immediately. So the best way to do that is if you can find their first name, start with that. Hey, Mark, hey, Joe, hey, Mary, whatever it is. If you can find their first name, use it. We're all a little bit selfish and egotistical. It's just part of the human condition. And so if I'm reading through something and I see my name, I'm going to stop, I'm going to pause, I'm going to look at that. It's no different than when you're in a crowded room and you hear your name being called from across the room, you pick up on that, right? Whereas you don't pick up anyone else's name. So if you can find their name, use it. If you can't find their name, just go with a simple hello or hey. Don't do the dear sir or ma'am. That's just so generic. It's just not effective. So start with the hook, grab the client's attention, um, and then we'll talk more about this later. But this hook needs to be about them. This whole letter, actually, this whole proposal needs to be about the client and how you can fix their problem. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But anyway, it starts with a good hook. Number two, put your best foot forward. Okay, so being humble is a wonderful attribute. I wish more people were humble. I think our planet would be a much better position if our leaders were humble. If when we got on Facebook or Instagram we were humble, it would be such a wonderful thing. So humbleness is amazing. I love humbleness. Don't be humble in this one particular situation. Okay, you're not looking to impress anyone with how humble you are when you're submitting a job proposal. You're trying to put your best foot forward. So you're going to have to bring up yourself and talk yourself up a little bit. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're some kind of prideful person. It just means this is the thing you need to do right now. So again, start with the hook, put your best foot forward, make it attention grabbing. Think about what is your biggest trait? What's your biggest selling point? What is it? What is the thing that you do as a proofreader that's so much better than anyone else? And then how can you make that part of your hook, part of that first line or two or paragraph of your job proposal? Alternatively, if you see something that you can latch onto in the job description, make use of that. For example, let's say you're submitting for an academic proofreading role. So if you have prior teaching experience, that's a natural tie-in, right? You can say something like, as a teacher with over 5 years of experience, I understand the tone and voice of textbooks and can preserve those in any textbook I read. So, right, you're giving some kind of tie-in, like, it's not my first rodeo. I've got this skill set and these experiences, and they tie directly into problem you're trying to solve. It's even better if you can work in keywords from the job posting into your proposal. That's another good thing you can do. Whatever you can do to, again, catch the client's attention, bring your what you offer and what you bring to the forefront. These are all things you're going to want to do with your hook and putting your best foot forward. And by the way, at the end, we're going to show an example of how this all ties together. So stay with me. So start with the hook, put your best foot forward. Number 3, focus on benefit to the client. So this is a big one. I'm a person who hires proofreaders and editors from time to time. And I can tell you, I've read a lot of proposal letters and cover letters. And this is the differentiator for me. So many people write a letter and they say, I this and I that, and here's my past, and here's all the things that I'm good at. And that's great. Like, I'm glad that you graduated from college with a 4.0. That's wonderful. I'm glad that you went backpacking in Europe for 6 months. That's a tremendous experience. I'm so glad that you had that experience. But the problem is, this job proposal really shouldn't be about you. It needs to be about the client, and it needs to be about how you can help them solve their problem, right? Because that's what we all want. We all want people to help us solve our problems. So saying I have a keen eye for detail, it's okay. I mean, I'm glad you have a keen eye for detail. You're submitting for a proofreading job. You should have that. But that just doesn't have the same impact as something like, with my keen eye for detail, I will find and fix every error in your manuscript. Okay, now you're making it about the client, how you can solve their problem. So don't be afraid to do this. Tell the client exactly how your strength aligns with their needs. So less focus on you, make it about the client as much as you can and how you're going to solve their problem. So number 4 is summarize the value you provide. So there's an old saying about giving a speech that says, first you tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you tell them, and then finally you tell them what you told them. So this works in job proposals too. So after you grab the client's attention with a strong hook, you put your best foot forward, you've told them all about how you're going to solve their problem, go back and tell them again. Summarize it. Summarize that value you provide. A sentence or two is enough. And remember, tie it into their problem and how you can solve their problem. So, yeah, do not forget that summary is just that extra little oomph, right, to get that client looking at your proposal with a little more interest. And number 5 is always end with a call to action. So as you end your proposal, be sure to include a call to action. This is a common mistake that people make. And so you think, well, but John, a call to action, that's like a marketing and sales thing. Like, this is a job proposal. Well, that's true. A call to action is a marketing and sales thing. But you need to start thinking of these job proposals as marketing and sales, because that's what you're doing. You're marketing yourself. You're selling yourself. So you always want to have a call to action. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be something as simple as, I look forward to discussing this opportunity with you, or feel free to reach out to me at. Those are just fine. Just give the client, the potential client, right, that next step to show that you're interested in continuing the conversation. And this is not, this responsibility doesn't rely totally on them, but you're saying this is the next thing that you can do to contact me. All right. So again, this is the first slide that I showed. This has got the typical job proposal cover letter where it's generic. It's all about you as opposed to all about them. There's no hook. There's no excitement. It reads like ChatGPT wrote it, which maybe it did. So don't do it like this. Instead, we're going to take those 5 ideas, those 5 principles, and now we're going to apply them. So this is a better way to write a job proposal that pops. Hi, Mark. With my professional background and natural skill set, I have the experience and ability to flawlessly proofread a wide range of documents. Plus, I can jump in and start working on your content immediately. I've worked with several clients in your industry, so I know the lingo inside and out. I've also never missed a deadline. Just ask my other clients and they'll tell you. I'm ready and able to make a positive impact on your team with my proofreading skills starting today. Simply put, I'm here to ensure you succeed. I look forward to talking with you more about this opportunity. Sincerely, John. Okay, so what do we do there? We started with a hook. We've got the guy's name right in there. We put our best foot forward. We explained exactly who we are, why we can do the thing better than anyone else can do the thing. And part of it in this case was we can start immediately. We can start right now. We're ready to go, chomping at the bit. we focused on the benefit to the client. So instead of saying, I this, I that, I've worked with several clients in your industry, so I know the lingo inside and out. Okay, so that tells that client, ooh, I don't have to train this person. They're going to walk in on day one, they're ready to go. Ooh, I like that. We summarize the value at the end, right? Simply put, I'm here to help ensure you succeed. That's the value. And again, it's about the client, it's not about me. And then we ended with the call to action. I look forward to talking with you more. So again, if you've got this job proposal and you're trying to hire a proofreader, and you've got this one, which one makes you more excited? I can tell you which one makes me more excited, and it's this one. So again, that's 5 ways you can write job proposals that pop. If you like this, check us out at proofreadinguniversity.com. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. I wish you the best of luck, and I truly hope that you can take this. You can steal it, it's totally fine, and I hope that you can use this to get and win more jobs.